Lying in bed, my wife, she said, loved to hear the patter of tiny feet. To my surprise, as I looked in her eyes, she said, I'm gonna buy some sheep. Sheep, I said. Sheep, she said, gonna buy some sheep. Well, the very next day, we were on our way.
Not strictly by the book here. This is lamb liquid thrive, so its sell by date is sometime early next year. So to use it up, we're just giving the sheep and the ewe lambs a wee dose. It's only 6 or 7 mils that they're getting, but it's a wee mineral boost that'll keep them going, and then they'll get their proper one January, about 6-8 weeks to lambing. They'll get their next one. We're also doing fluke as well, and tagging up the ewe lambs. So what was to be, it'll only take us an hour to get this done. I think we're like 2.5 hours later, so we're nearly on the home straight. So long overdue my coffee and chalky bickies.
But it's not raining yet. That girl had a very long tail. It never was docked as such. So we're just doing it now long before the lamb, because it's too much stress when you're trying to do that if they're near the lambing on them. Well, it's not too much, depends on their nature if they're mild or not. But anyway, that's that little trim done. Just have one tag left to put in Barbie, because she's was brick daggin on me and I'll be able to trace her. Coffee time!
And we'll mark one for the cull.
We're just dismantling the railing and putting it back in against the wall again.
Ruby, he's talking and I'm working.
That's the way you organise it. We do a little bit of scratch up too, for so much of the silage gets trailed in over the wires, then it blocks them. So Barbara just likes to give everything a little scratch down while everything's out of the house. Now, as good as it is to have a house and the sheep hate rain, but every last one of them's out here. And we've had our nibbles and they're having a nibble and a lie down. Isn't that how to relax, girls? Everyone's very relaxed. But we're going to open a new bale here now and bring them in. I'm always doing the work here. Barbara's always filming with that old camera. Isn't that a nice way to be out, girl?
Good girls, take it easy.
Up in, girls, go on. So this is a few of the older girls that need a little bit of TLC. And Barbie's taking them out the back with a wee bit of meal, and the ram's out here, so it'll keep him company as well.
Coffee and Sandy Brock and her golden girls. Except these ones are in lamb. Come on, girls. No.
Now I'm just trimming an old back lane here. thing about having the cutter on the front, the good thing is that you can cut right inside your wheel there. That's actually inside my tyre now, so. But this lane isn't just too narrow, but basically if you can get your tractor down the lane, you can cut it. There's a little view from the top of the hill when I come out of the lane. And now as I travel round the countryside, I see a whole lot of nooks and crannies where not everybody would be at, and you see some wonderful adaptations to machinery and the likes. None more so than this one I'm on here at the minute. Now this is the Land Roller Deluxe model. Very comfortable seat. I don't know what happens if you hit a bump once it's on the back of the tractor. You could get squashed. But the one thing, there's no seat belt on it. My goodness me. Now I'm still trying to figure out the design of this. Was it just solely for a panoramic view as you were rolling the fields, or was the passenger supposed to jump off when you got near a stone and lift it and throw it in the stone box? I would say that's what it was. Now I don't think this came from Walter Watson's factory like this. I would say it would have been an optional extra. And it's a recliner nonetheless as well. There you are now folks, that about wraps us up for another week again. And next week I'm doing something a wee bit different. I'm heading down to Castlewellan to Walter Watson's depot, and structural engineers and agricultural fabrication of machinery as well at the Ballynahinch depot. That's where I'm going, or Spa I think it is. Never been there before. So the foreman told me to call down tomorrow morning. Actually I'm going down to do a little bit of filming, if you could call it that, and we'll see. I think they said they were making Cambridge rollers, Land Rollers, and spray painting them up, and whatever goes on we'll see when it happens. Okay, from all the woolies at Glastrey here, see you next week. Cheap in a shoestring, 101. 101. Lying in bed, my wife, she said, I'm gonna buy some. Sheep.